will happen, you will do exactly what you want to do. My name is Martinez.
And my name is Delaine Mejia. This is
Story
Stories
for
for Young People, and welcome to this podcast. The objective of this podcast is to delve into what self-motivation is, giving some tips on how to live a life full of motivation in all the things we propose to do as professionals. We will start with the question, what is self-motivation?
This ability we have to give ourselves reason, impulse, enthusiasm, or interest in order to provoke a specification and conduct is nothing more and nothing less than influencing your state of mind so that you can proceed in a precise and effective way in an aspect of your life. This ability gives us the internal force that propels us forward and real force that make. It produces the energy necessary to make extraordinary efforts and achieve an object and goal.
Why is self-motivation important? When we think that we cannot achieve something or simply that we do not even know where to start, self-motivation is what encourages us to continue. It is a fundamental tool to achieve our goals and dreams in life. If we are motivated, we stay organized, develop self-managed skills, and increase our self-esteem and self-confidence. When we are motivated, we take control of all the areas of our life, personal and work. We always say that motivation comes from our mind. Motivation depends more on ourselves than on what happens around us. Even if it is something difficult to assimilate, especially when your environment insists on you to be demotivated, you only have to watch the news to realize this. Motivation is important for today's professionals, since self-motivation depends on each one. But how to motivate yourself? Are there any practical tips or techniques? Here are some tips for self-motivated when you are down.
One way to get motivated is to determine your goals. Many times we can feel unmotivated because we don't understand where we want to go. And questioning you about your desire is a way to get to know you better. Having well-defined objective is a way of self-motivation. Since we will know where we want to go, it is much easier to take the necessary attitudes to achieve our goals.
Change the way you think. One of the ways to learn to motivate yourself is to change the focus of your thoughts. There are many actions that we do, not because we like them, but because we think they are important to someone. And that may be one of the main reasons for the lack of courage and dismotivation.
Make new choice, something a few changes are all we need to get more excited. And we are not talking about big changes here. They can happen, of course, but you may need only a small modification to what you already do.
The new and the unknown always generate a bit of mistrust and even fear, but if you don't try it, you will never know if it could have worked. Another way to motivate yourself is to learn something new every day. Will and initiative are two essential characteristics of self-motivation. You have to cheer up again and try to change when you are thinking of giving up. Learning something new every day is a great self-motivation tool whenever necessary.
Don't be afraid of being wrong. All the good results that we obtain in our professional and personal lives come because of our plans and execution. This means that achieving your goals does not depend exclusively on luck. Knowing how to motivate yourself is done when into improving yourself. Take calculated progress, celebrate victories, and mainly learn from your mistakes.
Even fail eventually is healthy because it is how we manage to discover other ways of doing our tasks in an even better way. So, learn from your mistake and accept them. Don't punish yourself when you stumble. On the contrary, use it to readjust when you have done and not to demotivate yourself.
Involved in different sources of satisfaction, it is very important to disconnect from professional tasks at some point of the day. One of the reasons why many people get discouraged is a cause of not having time for the outside the professional area, and that can be more difficult for those who work at home. Define some hour for your break, regardless for where your workplace is.
When you are not involved in situations in your professional life, try to rest your mind. And for this, there are many options to distract yourself.
Listen to music, read books of various styles,
Go to the theater, watch movies,
travel even to another place, and only for a weekend, do a sport,
to meditate, and get together with friends to talk.
even when there are problems at work. There are ways to motivate yourself so you don't get discouraged. With some tips like this, you can renew your energy and increase your will to remain fierce, strong and motivated.
So, we come to the end of this podcast. I hope you like it, you are motivated, and follow these tips to meet your goals and objectives. My name is Delaine Mejia.
And my name is Eduardo Martinez.
This was
Stories
Stories
for
for
the
Young
Young
People.
People.